This is Rock Leach with Social Fire. Now, I want to come to you with an update. Now, a few weeks ago, actually about 2 weeks ago exactly, we did a video of a preacher, a female preacher, prophetess, who spoke a word curse, if you would, over the drummer and told the drummer he had 48 hours to repent or else. And it was absolutely terrible. Well, we've got an update to it. You don't want to miss this video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up to speed on what happened actually in this video. We're going to go through it. I'm going to actually pull it back up so we can react to it as well. But I'm going to go ahead and include as well the outcome of this entire thing. So you'll know everything that have happened here. So you'll be able to see, how this actually ultimately resolved. Now, I know that video has a lot of views and a lot of people were outraged for it because of what happened. And I, too, am a musician. So I have I have a heart for musicians because I'm a musician as well. Not only do I pastor, but I still stay current as a musician. And so what happened here should not have happened. I must say that again. What happened here should not have happened. Want to make that plain. And so let's go ahead and pull this up so we can go ahead and take a look at it. And I'm going to go real quick through this so we can see where this actually came from, how it happened. I'm going to also identify who she is. I'm going to identify who the pastor is that was at this church, who actually was a part of this church, who actually the church belongs to, and the drummer who this actually happened to. And so the person in this video, her name is Apostle Monique Hall. Monique Hall. All right. Just want to make that known. And let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here.
Because I'm about to go up. I'm going up. Can you play something? You okay? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, she's challenging them about what happened as far as they not playing. She's going over there challenging them. So,
can you play something? Can you play? I'm gonna tell you something. So he don't want to play. Aiden, can you go play, please? I don't even think you understand what you just did, young man. And who was in your presence.
Here it comes.
Wow, that's great. But I will give you 48 hours to repent. My God.
48. My God.
Now, there's the whole problem there. She's saying 48 hours to repent. I want you to listen.
48.
Go around, man. Put the in the way.
48. Please let me get his name before I leave. I hope y'all aren't recording this.
Yes, it was being recorded, and we also reacted to the video as well. This should not happen in church, and I have a problem with this because this is why the church can't keep musicians, because she spoke a word curse. 48 hours to repent. All right, I want y'all to hear that well. 48 hours to repent. So the pastor of this church, so let me explain to you how this is. This is actually a ministry that is renting out another church for time to actually have their services. The pastor of the actual church that's being rented out, his name is Latrey Majors. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to him, but let me go ahead and get to the drummer, which the drummer's name is Josiah. So I want to go ahead and pull up Josiah, and let's hear what Josiah has to say about what happened.
It still happened, and it's not the first time it happened, but it's the first time it happened like that. Because I'm savvy on Rebuke. Like, if you see that I'm doing wrong, you can correct me within that moment, but still.
I like that he's saying I don't have a problem with Rebuke. It's a part of it. And most real musicians know with pastors and stuff, it's a level of rebuke that's just come with the territory, but it's a way that it needs to be done. That's what I can't stand what she did. Word curses, it was out of order.
Still have some type of respect with the rebuke. And I just felt targeted within that moment. When I feel targeted, I get defensive, and I'm not gonna open up. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just move accordingly. And I feel like I'm gonna have to just like walk away from the situation, because I know like once it gets to that point, I can tend to get disrespectful.
I think what's happening here is that he felt targeted. I think that is important because a lot of people take this correction when they say they want to correct you or openly rebuke you, they take it too far. And that's what she did. She got in herself, her ego, all of those things, and it just shouldn't have happened. My son is a musician. As a father, I couldn't have took it. I couldn't have took it knowing that you did my son like that. Now to tell him, no, don't, or stop playing, or, get up, just move to the side or what. But to tell him he got 48 hours because you don't know who presents you in, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, let's hear what the daddy had to say. Let's hear what the daddy had to say. And the daddy's name, because the drummer name, the son's name is Josiah, but the dad's name was Apostle Latreille Majors. So let's go ahead and hear what the dad had to say.
Justly to anyone, and if people watch me, I'll go in about anything. I don't like musicians being treated wrong. I don't like people prophesying wrong things. And so
well, you had somebody at your church, sir, that was doing both. They were prophesying wrong and they were being mean to musicians. I mean, it's terrible.
I don't like, I'm called to the rejected. And so because of that reason, a lot of the church have ostracized me because of it. And so what happened with my son, he didn't want to tell me because he knows the stance I'm going to take with.
Yeah, because you a real daddy. Now, I don't want y'all to start saying you're stopping the video too much. Miss me with that, because I have to stay within fair use when I'm doing these videos. So miss me with all of that. But he's a real father. My son would have been afraid to tell me because he know me and how my protection work. I'm just saying we need more fathers like him. I'm just gonna put that out there. Let's go.
So one of my daughters, because what it is. I have the build. Can I be honest with you? The building is my building. It's not even the pastor's building. Yeah. And I feel like that. And so I have a very large building. The building seats 350 people. And I have a following that followed me from New York to plant this particular ministry. And so I've been attacked in so many ways because my other son is a musician, but people have been jealous about the things in my children. And so they snatched my one son out of my.
So I'm looking at this and I see how the father may have felt like he probably had to analyze this at first and just feel like this may be an attack from another ministry that's trying to do this to my son. Now, let's be honest about one thing. All the churches in your community don't get along. Nobody want to talk about that. These churches be beefing. You got pastors that will get up on a Sunday morning and preach about the church across the street. And what's even worse is that some of y'all as people will go from one church to another just taking a beef. Well, they said this about you over there. So, I'm just saying y'all carry beefs to different pastors, and we got pastors that are not spirit led enough to know that it's happening. And then they want to get up on a Sunday morning and preach about another church. This stuff happens. And I'm quite sure he had to know, since he's being attacked and have been attacked, and they've already probably, talked to his other son and got him out of there, probably lowered him out with a large sum of money. It happens. It happens with musicians. He was just probably saying, is this an attack on my other son that I got? So I understand his level of sensitivity there. There's a level of sensitivity here. So what I want to get to is that since this all happened, because this was a lot, and this is not anything that's new. Looks like this happened about a year ago. And but it's still great content to talk about because this still happens inside of churches. And so what I want to do is that I want to go ahead and go, because he basically got her together. He rebuked, this ain't what we do. And what happened is that she issued an apology. Now, we want to get into this apology that she issued. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right. So she issued an apology, and it says, this platform that the Lord has blessed me with is very dear to my heart, and I don't take it for granted or take things lightly when lives are at hand. Glad she said that. I'm humbly grateful for all my family, friends, community, and supporters. On February 19th, I had a speaking engagement at New Creation Christian Center in the absence of Pastor Daniel Williams McCord. And a situation took place where I rebuked the drummer for refusing to play and informing him that he had 48 hours to repent for disobedience. I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. For the past couple of days, after seeking godly counsel and prayer, this has influenced my decision to sincerely apologize publicly, as it was not meant as a curse, but more of an open rebuke for disobedience in serving. Lord, I got to get into that too. This was not my intention, and I humbly apologize for how it was interpreted to be a word curse. So you're apologizing that folk called it a word? Okay, let's keep going. So at this time, I publicly apologize to Josiah, his family, the Radical Nation Church family, and the thousands of people that this affected, including Blueprint Church. I love each and every single one of you, and may God continue to bless you. And then she goes on to have her name under there. I pulled that away so y'all can see it. With agape love, Monique Hall. Now, just going back to this and taking a look at all the things that are here, this should not have happened. But I did want to show you all that it was resolved. So this was something that ended up being resolved. There was an apology issued. There were several interviews that were made online because this is a bad situation. But I'm looking at this. There were so many things in that apology that I just don't think were sincere. Reading that, I just don't think it was sincere. I think what happened is that what you did went viral. What you did went viral. And y'all, that happens a lot of time in church. You get a lot of these prophets, these apostles, pastors, different things. They'll do things until it goes viral. Then all of a sudden they have to recant. They have to apologize. But as long as there's not a camera, there's no apology. And so this is the thing. If she's done that this time and got caught, could it be that she's done this before or she's known for that? If your open rebuke can be a word curse, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And so you got young people out here over there serving, and this is what you do. So I want to know ultimately, what do you think about it? Do you all think this was sincere? Was this apology sincere? Should it even be taken serious? I want to know what you think about it. Jump in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on this whole thing with Apostle Monique Hall, with Josiah, the drummer, with his dad, Apostle Latre Majors. I want to know what you think about this entire thing. Was this apology enough? Let's go.